Azathoth. Azathoth is an incomprehensible cosmic entity, massive, formless, and endlessly shifting. It exists as pure chaos, blind and oblivious at the universe's very core, an ever-pulsing nightmare beyond imagination. With no shape or awareness, Azathoth drifts, a storm of energy that defies logic. They literally call it the blind idiot god. There's no reason behind its existence, it just is. Dumb, vast, and terrifying. It dances to weird cosmic music. Flutes, drums, whatever passes for sound in the void. And if it wakes up, reality unravels. Seriously, let's all hope Azathoth never wakes up. If it does, everything we know could fall apart instantly. There's something hilarious about a universe ruled by accident. Azathoth doesn't scheme or care, it's just flailing, and somehow that's running everything. A god by default. It's like someone dropped the universe into the hands of a sleepwalking clown with no instructions and infinite power. So next time you ponder existence, remember, it might all come down to a floating monster humming a tune only it can hear. Cthulhu. Cthulhu is basically the OG cosmic horror. The tentacle-faced titan sleeping in an underwater city called Relia, somewhere deep beneath the Pacific Ocean. Imagine a massive greenish nightmare with dragon wings, colossal claws, and a head that looks like an octopus got fused onto a demon. He's so enormous and alien, your brain would probably break just trying to process him. This gigantic horror is worshipped by cultists who'd honestly be better off finding a healthier hobby. If Cthulhu ever wakes up, and trust me, nobody wants that, he'd plunge humanity straight into madness and chaos. Cthulhu won't destroy the universe, just your sanity. His rise brings madness, not explosions. People lose their minds from the sheer fact that he exists. Cthulhu may be trapped in Relia, but he's not idle. He leaks visions into the world, infecting minds, guiding cults, and bending weak spots in reality. His influence never sleeps, even if his body does. So next time you're at the beach, just remember, deep below those waves, Cthulhu might be taking the universe's longest nap. And we're all crossing our fingers he keeps hitting snooze. The Deep Ones. The Deep Ones are amphibious horrors straight out of Lovecraft's darkest nightmares. Slimy, immortal hybrids of fish, frog, and something far worse. With scaly skin, wide mouths, and needle-sharp teeth, Deep Ones blur the line between human and monster. No, not that monster. Becoming more grotesque as they age. They dwell in vast, sunken cities like Ghatanothoa near Innsmouth, ancient alien ruins lost in the ocean's darkest trenches. In those watery depths, Deep Ones worship Father Dagon and Mother Hydra, cosmic sea deities, through ancient chants and blood-soaked rites. Deep Ones don't just lurk underwater, they quietly infiltrate coastal towns, mingling with humans and spreading their strange bloodline. In Lovecraft's The Shadow over Innsmouth, the Deep Ones made a pact, gold and longevity in exchange for worship, and breeding rights. Their children may look human at first, but with age they change, slowly, silently, returning to the sea where they belong. Migo. The Migo are Lovecraft's alien fungus crabs, grotesque extraterrestrial horrors that blend insect, crustacean, and fungus into one deeply unsettling form. Their heads are a writhing mess of antennae, eyes, and glowing sensory orbs. No mouth, no face, just pure nightmare. They hide in remote mountains, especially in Vermont, living in secret while mining minerals unknown to Earth science. Migo tech is both organic and metallic. Alien tools pulsing with life, humming with sounds no human ear can follow. They abduct humans, not to kill them, but to study them. Some victims have their brains removed alive and stored in canisters. The Migo don't think like us. Earth is just one stop in a much larger map. Its resources, species, and even weather patterns are all just variables in their long-term cosmic plans. Despite living on Earth for millions of years, the Migo are nocturnal, hiding by day, emerging only under starlight, even when dinosaurs ruled the world. The Migo haven't left. They're still in the mountains, still watching, still collecting. Not invaders, residents, and if you disappear out there, no one will ever find out where you went. But something will. Shoggoth. The Shoggoth is an amorphous horror blob that basically said, what if a pile of eyeballs, mouths, and rage learned how to scream? Originally cooked up by the Elder Things as bio-slaves, these things were meant to build cities, haul materials, and just generally not ask questions. Spoiler alert, they did not stick to the script. Now they slither and bubble through ancient ruins. Their primary abilities include extreme shape-shifting, forming limbs, organs, tools, immense physical strength and size, rapid locomotion over various terrains, probable regenerative capabilities, and the developed intelligence allowing for strategy and mimicry. So, if you're exploring ancient sites and you hear a faint, unsettling noise in the dark, not gonna lie, you're probably doomed. The Shoggoth will strike while mocking its prey. It was made to serve, but now it hunts. You're just next on the list. Shub-Niggurath. Shub-Niggurath, also known by the totally normal and not at all alarming title, the Black Goat of the Woods with 1,000 Young, is a premier outer god in the Cthulhu mythos. Forget gentle nature vibes. She's cosmic fertility cranked up to 11 and dipped in nightmare fuel. This isn't gentle creation. Think raw, uncontrollable spawning power gone completely off the rails, relentlessly churning out biological horrors. What's she look like? Imagine a vast, bubbling, indistinct cloud mass, maybe sporting tentacles, extra mouths, and maybe some symbolic goat legs. Shub-Niggurath is widely worshipped across the mythos. Cults often found in remote forests or hidden communities, but sometimes among decadent urbanites or alien species, seek her favor. Those who successfully gain her favor might receive boons like unnatural resilience, control over lesser monstrosities, or forbidden knowledge. However, these gifts invariably come with terrible costs, often involving physical transformation into something hideous, madness, or eternal servitude. Not malicious, just indifferent cosmic nature. Horror merely a byproduct. Dagon. Dagon is basically the deep-sea nightmare version of a god. Massive, ancient, and dripping with all the swampy, fishy energy of something that should have stayed at the bottom of the ocean. Towering over ships and buildings, this Lovecraftian behemoth is part fish, part man, part... Why is it looking at me like that? Covered in scales, gills, and seaweed-like appendages, Dagon's sheer size makes you feel like plankton having an existential crisis. He's worshipped by the deep ones. Remember those guys? Yeah, the slimy coastal cult crowd with a thing for gene swapping and eternal life. They treat Dagon like their ancient scaly overlord, praising him in underwater cities like Ghatanothoa and dragging humans into their weird rituals. Dagon himself occasionally surfaces, usually just long enough to ruin someone's boat, sanity, or entire town before slipping back beneath the waves like nothing happened. Ghatanothoa. Ghatanothoa is a walking curse made of ancient flesh and volcanic dread. A giant, twitching mound of something between a god, a fossil, and a steaming biological mistake. Said to be the first spawn of the Elder Gods, this thing is so hideous that just looking at it turns you into a statue of living flesh. Not dead, just paralyzed forever. It's sealed under Mount Yadith-Go on the lost continent of Mu, because of course it is. Locals pray to it, fear it, and occasionally make the very bad decision to unseal parts of it. And even pictures of Ghatanothoa can do the whole eternal living statue thing. Yeah, it doesn't even need to show up to ruin your day.